Hey, this is incredible. What do you do here?
I'm really Santa Claus. And if you've been a very good girl all year, I have a big present for you.
That's trash.
Hello, and welcome to That's Cool, That's Trash, the podcast where we watch a psychotronic movie online, then get to... Really? Episode 99.
I forgot the mic picks up that well. My apologies.
Hello, and welcome to That's Cool.
It's not that this movie deserves better, frankly.
You yourself, damn it, John.
We didn't watch the same movie, John. Okay, here we go. Hello, and welcome to That's Cool, That's Trash, the podcast where we watch a psychotronic movie online, then get together on Skype to break down the crazy. I'm Matt Howell, and I'm joined today by John and Ben. Hello, guys.
Hi, how's it going?
So, John, you've been on the show several times. Welcome back, and thank you for being here.
Love coming on every single time.
And Ben, this is your sophomore effort. You were on for Lady Street Fighter, yes? Renee Harmon?
I was, and I was really excited to see what you had in store for me next.
So the original idea that we came up with on that episode was that we would watch Revenge or Return, I forgot which one it is, of Lady Street Fighter, and review that. But the problem was it's not really even reviewable, even for this show standards.
It's rehash of Lady Street Fighter, from what you said.
Right. So there were two things that happened that are associated with Lady Street Fighter after the fact. There was Run Coyote Run, which was found in the trunk of somebody's car with a dot matrix printer label. And there was this. So Run Coyote Run, I actually thought we almost could have done. That was where Renee took footage from all of her films. So Lady Street Fighter mostly. What was the one we did, John? We had the same fucking conversation. Exterminator Part 2?
Oh, I'm going to say the wrong one and insist on it.
Exterminator Part 2.
Exterminator Part 2.
And her movie from the late 70s called Frozen Scream, which was the first Renee Harmon movie we did. So she'd cut all that footage up together and shot a few interstitial scenes to lamely tie them all together in this weird repurposing way. Very Ed Wood. And
was it like a flashback sequence from a sitcom?
Yeah, basically. It was like a clip show? Like a clip episode. Kinda. She managed to create another narrative. So in that narrative, she was her character from Lady Street Fighter's twin sister, triplet, I guess. And she was a psychic from Interpol, and she was trying to find out what happened to her sister. And she painted her sister from Lady Street Fighter as a villain who was actually in league with all of those people we saw in Lady Street Fighter. So it was kind of a weird spin.
And this was Revenge, or this was...
That was Run Coyote Run.
Okay.
I think it's actually called Rashomon, from what you're telling me.
And Revenge or whatever actually had, I would say... Well, I read an interview with James Bryan, and he said, we realized at one point that you just need 15 minutes of new footage and you can release your first movie again. And I would say, before I read that interview with him, I said, there's only like 15 minutes of new footage in this. So it was literally her remembering everything from that first movie, and like one opening scene where she's running into a diner and she's been shot, and she hands a manuscript off to a younger gal and says, they're after me, take this. This has all the info about blah, blah, blah.
Do the accent.
And I can't. And the gal is basically reading back through her notes, and the notes are flashbacks. So it had even less than Run Coyote Run did. And so I abandoned that, is my point. I really wanted to end the show with a Renee Harmon thing because she was a recurring theme throughout the entire run of the show, but we're not doing that. So tonight we are going to be talking about, I hope this was a good substitution, guys, Night Killer from 1990. It was directed by Clyde Anderson, which is actually Claudio Fragasso. And you might know him from Troll 2 and Rats, a really fucking crazy sci-fi movie from the mid-'80s called Rats. I highly recommend you check it out. It's ridiculous. And so this movie is weird because Claudio Fragasso wrote it and shot it, and then the producers were not happy with what he turned over. And he had frequently worked with exploitation director Bruno Mattei, Mattei, Mattei? I don't know. At any rate, Mattei. So they had him come in and shoot some extra footage to make it a little more dirty and salacious and violent. So they cut those together. Claudio was not happy about this at all. But we got Night Killer. And in Italy, it was called Non aprite che la porta 3, which means Don't Open the Door, Part 3. And Don't Open the Door in Italy is what they call the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 and 2 were Do Not Open the Door 1 and 2. And so this was, in their minds, in Italy, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3.
Talk about disappointing to an audience. It seemed like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 and 2, which are both, they both have their own flavor there. And then definitely. To come to that movie would be, that's a Shonda. That's unbelievable.
So this was shot in Virginia Beach with an American cast and from a script written by an Italian and translated by that same Italian into English, much like Troll 2. So you get some really fun dialogue out of there. So the core of the film is his original film, which is an erotic thriller, a giallo, right? Would you say this is kind of a giallo?
Actually, it actually does follow the general rule of giallo in that it's kind of slasher and kind of murder mystery. That's kind of what makes a giallo different from a slasher film. You're trying to find out kind of what is happening or who exactly is performing all these things. Which in the case of a slasher film, you always know who it is. Yeah,
and it doesn't have. So Ben, I don't know if you're familiar with this Italian genre of films, but there's this genre of films that started in the early '60s with Mario Bava. I think Blood and Black Lace is probably the first big one, but they were just Giallo was just Italian for yellow, and it was referring to the pages, the cheap paper they used in pulp magazines and novels. So they were generally just crime stories. And they often had slasher elements, like John was saying, lurid kind of sexual psychosis, psychosexual stuff. But there's usually like a guy with black leather gloves and a slasher and stalking women. And
I don't see why you think this would fit that bill. That doesn't make any sense to me.
So, but Giallo had interesting names. When they got translated into English, they got some super berserk names, like black hair on the belly of the tarantula and 9 cat's eyes of what I mean. There was a Giallo film titled Generator on the internet like 10 years ago that was pretty fun.
Oh, was it really? Oh, I wish I could have. What was it? I mean, like one of the famous one is Bird with the Crystal Plumage. That's an amazing movie.
It's a great name actually.
Yeah, and there's another one that was like, was it Black Flies on Gray Velvet or something like that? That also Argento
Four Flies on Gray Velvet, I think.
Something like that, yeah. And what was it? There's another one like, was it I forget, Your Perversion is a Locked Door and I Have the Key or something like that. I'm mixing these up in my head, but like, there's a bunch of them like that.
And that genre was popular for decades, and they still kind of make them. I believe that Texas Chainsaw Massacre was probably, Don't Open the Door kind of has a Giallo kind of vibe to it. And of all the titles I would translate Texas Chainsaw Massacre into for a foreign market, Don't Open the Door is like so tame.
No, totally. Also, I just feel like, what do you call it? Like, I don't know how they translate chainsaw, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I feel like even in Italian would sound good.
I agree. Like Don't Open the Door to me sounds like a Lifetime movie or Oxygen.
No, totally. Like Not Without My Daughter comes right after it.
Yeah, like her ex-husband returned.
Yeah, totally. Eyes of a Stranger.
Ben, will you do us the honor of giving us a synopsis paragraph explaining what this thing is in your best?
I was worried you were going to ask me for this.
Shouldn't answer the call.
Yeah, it was your choice to pick up there, Ben. It's on you. It's on you, Ben.
Oh, man. So, a woman, Melanie. I don't know where to start. John, do you have any idea how to do this? This one's
this was my kind of. I thought about this because it's something I do every time we do this. I try to think of like one sentence, and I'm gonna probably mix this up a little bit. But sweatiest detective in California teams up with most incompetent police and psychologists to further traumatize an already traumatized woman.
Wow, you fit that in one sentence.
That was the best I could do. Either that, or I would call it insult to injury to insult to injury to insult to injury, and just kind of ad nauseum. Like, just keep going.
That's way better than I could have ever done. I didn't know where to even begin with it.
Okay, does it help knowing that
not to do with a PTSD patient?
Does it help knowing that the original film handed over to the producers was an erotic thriller, and they hired that other director to shoot the violent murder scenes and insert those?
I was wondering what part was added.
It's like, were the tits already there, and then they just added in the hand going through the middles, like
the chest punches.
Actually, okay, so I ended up watching this I've watched this like 4 times now. The times when the killer punches through the women's chests, they're only on the opening scene is only one where there's nudity.
Yeah, right.
So they were just inserting violence because there was quite a bit of nudity in the core film.
Right, that's what I mean. Like because you were saying they added some salaciousness. It sounds like the salaciousness was already in the building at that point.
Yeah, they wanted violence. So Fragasso handed over a bloodless erotic thriller. And they were thinking Freddy Krueger's big. They're thinking about the franchises around the mid to late 80s and trying to get on the Wes Craven kind of vibe. So they threw the mask on the guy, had him do some hyper violence, and said, this will actually sell it now.
Actually, what's funny to me is like they actually added the less creepy portions to the movie.
They did.
Like in terms of the movie, those are not the parts that made me flinch. There were like so many others that did. Like, but that is not the part where I was like. And if anything, there were a glass of cold water on a warm day.
Yeah.
Compared to the rest of it.
Okay, I'm going to do a rare spoiler thing where we're not going to talk about the ending until about halfway through the show. And then we'll let people know, hey, if you want to check it out, we're going to spoil from here on out, just so they know.
Okay.
So the non-spoiler, here's my non-spoiler take. There is a masked rapist / murderer who is terrorizing Virginia Beach. And a woman Melanie Beck, is the only surviving victim of this attack, and the trauma causes amnesia, and she is then subsequently kidnapped again. She's suicidal, she's traumatized, she's kidnapped again, and the killings continue, and you're wondering who is the kidnapper and who is the killer and what is going on. Is that a good way to non-spoilery talk about the plot?
Yeah, I guess.
This is a lot of the trauma and horribleness, but
yeah. It sounds you made it sound like a movie that person would know they weren't watching the second they turned it on. I feel like.
Speaking of the second you turned it on, guys, I had to actually go double check on YouTube to make sure I hadn't clicked on the wrong thing and was getting the fake. I was like, why on earth am I watching a jazzercise movie?
I was like, That was my favorite part. Honestly, I was like, I am going to be all right with this.
Honestly, the first time I checked it out, I'm with you, John. I saw that dance troupe going, and I was like, I'm 100% in. I'm like
100% in. I just wanted it to be all. I wanted to be all that jazz meets Dario Argento. That was all I was hoping for.
So it opens in a theater, empty theater. There's a dance troupe practicing for an upcoming show, and they are
horrible at what they're doing.
Horrible. It is the worst out of sync. Like, it's worse than like beginner jazzercise. Like, Ben was not exaggerating.
It's like, it was honestly, well, is it like, what's so funny to me is like, there's the obvious women in leotards that you're expecting in this kind of thing. But there was also like a guy who looked like the lead singer from the Strokes, like in just like in black sweats, just spazzing around like they were running a current through him. Like, I just did not know what he was there for.
I loved the woman yelling at them too.
Okay, so
with the cane.
There's a director, and she has a cane because it's a dance performance, and she is not happy with the way the dancers are performing, and one of her dancers shows up late. She gets scolded and says, "If it happens again, you're out." And the woman goes to change. Okay, so that woman is the first.
I would like to say I have mixed feelings at that moment, because on one hand she's like, "You've missed all these practices." Which was, I think she said, this is the 4th time you've been late, which would have gotten someone fired on the 2nd. But I was looking at the dancers, and I'm like, she can catch up. It's not going to be that hard.
Give me 5 minutes. I can make
it up. Give her 5 minutes, and she'll be fine.
So, the masked killer wears a Freddy Krueger-like latex mask.
Isn't it the Toxic Avenger mask?
He kind of looks like Toxie, huh?
He does, right?
I thought he was more Kruger-y. I think it's an original creation, but at any rate, he has
a bold assertion.
He has a glove that has really long Kruger-like nails,
but is bendy.
But they're bendy. Obviously, you can see it in several shots that they bend on contact. But they're supposed to be weapons, and a black trench coat. There's a giallo. So he The dancer who's tardy is changing. He punches through her chest, and she dies. Wow. And then the director. We go back to the director, who is my favorite part of this. This is my favorite scene in the whole fucking film, and there's a lot of good stuff.
I'm with you.
The director is so frustrated at the shoddy performance of her troupe, she snaps and goes apoplectic and just starts spluttering gibberish. This is before she. Oh God, yes.
You do? Oh, thank God.
So this is her losing her shit before she goes to check on the late dancer.
I would like to say I believe she had a TIA, a transitory ischemic attack. That is my diagnosis.
I'm so glad you're here for this. All right, let's listen to this.
Get into it! Oh God. Bianca, lift your face. Anna, what are you doing? That's very original. Thank you for your improvisation. What's the matter with you? Stop! What's the matter with you guys tonight? This show's gonna, this show sucks. And the rate you're going, Charles, with your head down, I don't know, we might as well, it's never go on. I don't know what to do. Look, I'm really nervous. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get her, and all right. I'm a little nervous. You have to forgive me. Please, go rehearse this without me. I'm gonna get Elizabeth. Can you please? Without me.
Compliment. The best song in the whole movie, by the way.
How much of that was English?
She
just
the other possibility. Yeah. I was just looking for a left-sided facial droop. I was assuming there was something going on like that.
I was reminded of some Donald Trump speeches, quite frankly. I mean,
and I bet if you do the same thing where you slow it down 50%, it sounds like she's just drunk.
I'm going. I don't.
Good call, Ben.
I think that's a good point. Yeah.
And the rate you're going, Charles, with the head down. I don't know. We might as well. It's never go on. I don't know what to do. Look, I'm gonna get her, and all right. I'm a little nervous. You have to forgive me. Please. Go rehearse this without me. I'm gonna get Elizabeth.
So you're going to be confused after this scene because that never is alluded to again. Has nothing to do with anything.
Except she does go up, find the body, and also get her chest punched out.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I meant after the sequence. I apologize. So yeah, can we talk about?
No, there's a chasing.
Yes,
there's
so the director
I-
goes to check on this dead dancer. Is confronted by the killer. Can you explain from the confrontation to her death?
Oh, so this is my favorite part of the movie, I think.
So much wrong with this.
Is this, I don't even know how to describe this chase scene in which it's like she's watched chase scenes and is trying to reenact them because she keeps like falling and then turning and like walking backwards for a second and then spinning around and running again.
All the hits.
It's got all the hits, but they're very exaggerated. And then my absolute favorite part, though, is on the balcony as she's fall dancing. I don't know what to call it, down the stairs. Yeah. And that is my absolute favorite part. I couldn't stop laughing as she was dance falling down these stairs. And then she is punched. I can't remember. Was she punched or does she trip off the balcony?
I think he punches her torso and then she falls off the balcony.
Then she falls off.
But can we back this up? When she first sees the killer, he uses his claws to slash her throat. They went to the point of using a close-up, showing her throat being slit.
Yes.
Right. So she's basically not supposed to be able to breathe or have any blood circulating to her brain now. But instead, she just gives her a cough, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Yeah, she's trying to talk. I forgot about that part.
She's like, like, it's like, I don't think it works that way, my dear. Like,
and then does she hold her throat so she can scream?
Yes.
Well, but you can see in subsequent shots, there's just fake blood on her neck. There's no wound. There's nothing. Right. Really shoddy. Shame on you, Bruno Mattei.
For so many reasons.
Okay, so that is the end of the opening. That's the cold open of this film. And then we go into some titles and the actual proper film without the producer muddling happens. I'm not sure how to approach this thing, man. Can we talk a little bit about so we meet Melanie Beck.
Right.
And she is handing her daughter Clarissa off to what we find out later or at some point, or maybe upon 3 watchings, is their best friends. Her
neighbors?
They're kind of like
they
neighbors.
walked quite a while to get to the neighbors, but he referred to himself as a neighbor.
Sure.
In a neighboring area.
Yeah. They're like their best friends. So the guy's name is Sherman and his wife's name is Allison. And they take her daughter, Melanie's daughter, Clarissa, to the country.
They also he comes and it's very awkward. The first time I thought, is this an estranged husband or something? Because he drops off a present as well, right? It's like, here's this present for my daughter.
Thank you. This is our Christmas episode. I forgot to mention.
Yes. He
this
drops
movie
off
is a Christmas movie.
Present. Yes.
People give a shit about the fucking Die Hard thing being a Christmas movie. This is a Christmas movie.
The opening sequence, for sure.
No, Ben. It starts with a Christmas present being given, and it ends with that gift being opened. Don't fuck me. Don't you fuck me.
Anton Chekhov's rules, like, in effect there.
Yeah. Chekhov's Christmas present.
Yeah, it's Chekhov's Christmas present.
So that present is handed off. And then the mom takes and puts it under the tree, and then the person with the daughter goes walking off with the daughter. So I was very confused on my first watch.
And it's kind of like an awkward kiss. Like, did he kind of like...
There's like a weird cheek kiss kind of,
So it's kind of familiar, too, more than I would expect between friends.
And I can't tell you on multiple viewings if that was intentionally ambiguous or not.
But yeah, I mean, like I thought at first it was an ex-husband.
So did I.
So then they walk off to, I don't know, his house, it turns out. But I have to ask a question about the music while they're walking away.
I have that.
Yeah.
Do you have it? Is it the
Yeah.
NYPD Blue music?
This is every 1990 music theme ever. Let's listen to a little bit of that. But Ben, I have to correct you real quick. Sherman is taking Clarissa to his wife Allison, and Allison is taking her to the country because Sherman's going to be left behind at home to take care of some business, as we're going to find out. But here is that music, the walking music.
Yeah, there we go. That fit.
So it's,
That was
would you say Law and Order or no? Would
Yeah,
you say
it's some Law and Order there.
That's what I thought. It could be Law and Order. I don't know. It's all that stuff.
Night Court? A little bit of Night Court.
Little Night Court for sure.
That thumb slap bass was really big in the late 80s.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know, and then Seinfeld kind of rode that to eternity. Anyway, so that's the walking theme. Guys, do we just want to jump into I want to talk about the star of this film, but we're not there yet, so I'm not going to go there yet. Because the attack happens and there's a lot of good audio all around this.
Oh, right. But I think, like, what was it? Before the attack happens, there's actually quite a bit of exposition and nudity, which is thrown out there.
Yeah.
Because there's what turns out to be the actual ex-husband or estranged husband that calls drunk, right?
That calls
yes.
drunk.
And then there's the exposition, like, right after that.
Yes.
Right.
So we have a call from the ex-husband in a bar. Can we play that?
Yes.
Okay. So this is some great voice acting. I love this. This is another thing I fell in love with the first time I watched it.
Hello? Hello?
Hi, hon. I'm all in a mess.
You're drunk. That's what you are.
I tried the other line, but it was always busy.
Then you're drunker than usual. Both lines have been free all day. Anyway, Clarissa has gone to the country with Annie. Listen! I don't have anything to say to you except don't call me anymore!
Melanie. Melanie!
So that is just a shot of a guy in a black leather trench coat in a bar from behind. So you don't see who that is.
Yeah, with his back to the camera. I would like to point out that I don't know where they got that fucking telephone, but that ring makes me anxious as fuck. Like
The chirrup.
it, like the weird sort of like in the background, like it actually made me more anxious than other scenes in the movie.
I kind of want that
ringtone.
ringtone. Is that weird?
It's so grating. I've never heard of that before. Have you guys heard that ring before?
No.
I had not heard it.
Claudio.
I was surprised a phone of that era could make a weird noise like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So in the plot, Claudio made a point of having 2 phone lines in this house. He really tried to make that pay off in a way here early on that just doesn't really pay off at all, in my opinion.
No, not really. And also, you instantly know what's going on. Like, it's an unfortunate thing because everyone knows that plot point. Like, maybe Claudio didn't know that, but we instantly know what's going to happen next.
When did call waiting become a thing? Was that like post 1990?
It was shortly after 90, I think.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Like
'Cause I
92,
feel like
93.
If they would have waited to like 93 to make this movie, I think call waiting would have made it a little more interesting at this first 15 minutes or so.
Maybe.
And so after this call, Melody decides to give herself a little pep talk, as you do. by standing up in front of her mirror and pulling her breasts out and fondling them and giving herself a little confidence boost. So let's listen to her boob pep talk.
Well, here you are, Melanie Beck. This is you. You have a daughter. You have a marriage on the rocks, and nothing but gray skies ahead.
That fucking phone.
So can I just, I'm a man, but I would think that as long as you have boobs like that, there's not just gray skies ahead. You have endless fun. She's having a blast, clearly.
I honestly, I am curious, how often, women have interior monologues and fondle themselves.
We don't know. She might have been doing a check, doing her.
Whatever.
Okay, so now it's about to get salacious. That phone rang. Here's that call. She thinks it's her husband calling back again.
It is not.
I told you not to call me anymore.
You're a fine-looking woman, Mrs. Beck. Just made to be fucked senseless.
Who is this?
No, don't move. Stay just like that. Oh, yes. I want to watch you. With you, it'll be different. I won't kill you straight away. First, I'm going to fuck your brains out.
Do you think, the reason, Claudio thought it was an erotic thriller is the fact, and let's just face it, Italians have more rape in their shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The fact of the matter is rapey shit pops up in, Italian movies always more than I want it to.
Yeah.
And usually, not in the most sensitive of ways. Usually, in some ways, shape, or form, it's almost a plot point. It'll actually, people will go through emotional journeys from a raping in an Italian movie sometimes.
Yeah. Which, we don't do anymore in woke culture.
Well, thank Christ for it. But even at that stage, I still feel the Italians are always going to pull that trigger way more than any other nation will. It certainly is true in the case of giallo. And even, and also spaghetti westerns. It happens all the fucking time in spaghetti westerns. Yes,
good point. I'm not going to argue with you. I agree with that. That's a part of Italian cinematic culture that is undeniable.
All right. So that being said,
she calls the cops. I don't know how much you want to hear about this, but let's put it this way: I have clips for almost everything, so I don't want to bog this whole thing down with just you guys listening to the movie again.
There was a part I was interested in about this, though. Where was this?
Sure. So I have her calling the cops. I have the subsequent call.
There's part in her calling the cops. You probably just have the whole thing, but there's a part that I thought was just absolutely hilarious in there.
Well,
so maybe we should listen to that.
Okay.
Virginia Beach Police Department. Officer Gabrielle here.
Yes. I just got a phone call from a guy spying on me. I think he was calling from the pay phone across from my house.
Was it an obscene phone call?
Yes.
Did he threaten you?
Yes. At first he said, well, you can imagine. And then he said he would kill me after that.
Will you let me have your number, please?
I have 2 lines.
Give me both numbers.
Oh, yes. The first is 340-3661, and the other is the same digits but ends in 62.
Yes, Miss?
Mrs. Beck. Melanie Beck.
Listen, Mrs. Beck. Lock yourself in the house and don't open the door for anyone. I'll call you back in 5 minutes exactly.
Okay.
Now you know exactly what you have to do, right?
Yes. First I have to lock myself in, and you'll call me back in 5 minutes.
Good, good. I'll call you back.
Okay. Thank you.
So
Okay.
there's a payoff for the
A couple of things.
Not even, I guess, but more driving home that there are 2 lines.
There are 2 lines. So like those locks that like also that's not really common in the States as well. Like this idea that you could lock your door with a key from the inside.
Right,
which
the
is
double
something
locking.
that's
Yeah.
like the double locking. Like so basically if you don't have your keys on you, you will die in a fire, basically. Which is the reason we don't do that.
So that actually exists?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like that was common back in the day. I mean like where the keys would like lock the front or the back.
So
Like,
there's a deadbolt that doesn't have a throw switch on the inside. It's just a key face plate on both sides of the door.
Yeah.
Why?
The house I grew up in had one of those.
Why? What is the logic?
There's no logic to it, which is the reason we don't do it anymore. But like, it's weird that that's a plot point because the second I saw that, I was like, nobody does this. There's probably illegal to do that now.
Yeah, I would hope so. Jesus.
Yeah, because this means like, you know, your house is on fire and suddenly you're looking for your keys. Not a great choice. Like,
right.
But in this particular world, in Virginia Beach.
Yes, in 1990.
In 1990.
So she locks the door. She gets a call back, and it's dirty. It's the same guy. Come to find out, that old 70s friend of a friend story. The call is coming from inside the house.
From inside the house.
So he's in there. And then the police call back when they say they do. And he pretends to be her husband.
Right.
And says, no, I just got home. My wife was upset. Everything's fine, blah, blah, blah. While she stands there mute, just watching.
Just
like
watching.
A 2-minute phone call.
Like, yeah, he's just jawing away with the cops. And like, she is just, watching him. Like, she should be throwing a chair through a window at that point.
Yeah. Or at least a scream, like, help. I don't know. I'm old-fashioned that way.
Maybe open a window and say something.
The big attack happens. So this is the guy in the mask and the claw.
Right.
He does what he does, which is tie her up, and he attacks her sexually, rapes her repeatedly. We find out later for hours and hours.
8 hours is what they said.
8 hours. Yes.
8 hours they're commenting on. And also, I would like to point out that at one point, and I wish they hadn't said this, there were large volumes of seminal fluid found.
Yes.
I know. Renee and I watched this.
Was it
and she's
like
like, did he just say, back that up? And it's like, he didn't say seminal fluid. Yep. He said seminal fluid. Large volumes of seminal fluid.
Large volumes of seminal fluid, which, yes.
So the 8 hours of repeated rape wasn't clear enough? She was full.
Like, with large volumes.
Jesus. So we meet after she's recovering in the hospital. We meet the head detective on the case and a psychologist who is assigned to the case as well.
Who is not good at his job.
Yeah, no, he's not good at his job. He is. What's the name of the guy that in Halloween the doctor that's Loomis?
Oh, I just know Donald Pleasance.
Yeah, Donald Pleasance. Is he Dr. Loomis? Now I'm forgetting. Jeez. Anyway, he's kind of like that, like the expert on the psychology and everything. And he's just the easy guy to just whatever. He's a tool. He's a plot device.
Right.
And he's here to explain this big twist at the end that we're going to talk about. But it kind of jumps ahead from here. She doesn't remember her daughter. She remembers nothing.
I was a little confused about that. Because as in the exposition walking down the hallway, they were talking about how she didn't recognize her daughter, and her daughter had gone and tried to meet her, and she didn't recognize her at all. And then they get to the room, and the daughter has not gone in yet, and they're like talking about if it's okay to send her in by herself.
Right.
So I was very confused about that.
Exposure, like.
Yeah, I was like, did they show her a picture before? You know, like she doesn't remember her daughter. Like, did the daughter visit her at that time, or?
So I thought
Is
she
this
was
the first
coming
fetus?
out of some kind of state of catatonia or something, where the daughter came in and saw her the first time with the police or whatever, and she was barely even responsive. And then she came in again and wasn't like saying, I don't know who you are. And then this was like the third exposure or something. It's kind of how I took that. I don't know.
I don't know, because there's also that like moment where, and this daughter's what, 11, 12, something like that.
Mentally,
Yeah.
she's 7, but yeah, I think she's like 12.
So then the best friend wife is like complaining that, and I think he even says, but she's only a baby, about sending her in alone to the room to meet her mother. It was that was very bizarre to me, that whole exchange there.
I'm often referred to as a baby, Ben.
That's
Usually
because you're being a baby.
Whenever Renee sends you for a chore,
yeah,
Athena's like, but he's only a baby.
He's only a baby. One thing I wanted to note was a recurring theme throughout this was amazingly awful news reporters. They all wear leather dusters and like awful loud scarves, and like they look like Australian sheriffs. Like if there was an Australian female sheriff, that's what all the reporters looked like.
No, it's true. And they just bum rush everybody in the weirdest way. I can't really describe it, but like it does seem like some sort of animalistic thing is about to happen.
Yeah. Like it's gonna go feral.
Like it's gonna go feral, and they're gonna start eating somebody in the middle of it.
So I need to move on here to the meat of this thing, which is my favorite actor in this thing. So she gets released for some reason, completely amnesiac.
She has
alcoholic.
Wasn't there a discussion of an emergency plan too?
Yes, which is what
they decided not to do.
But
or no, maybe it was the thing.
We find out that they changed their minds. That is a twist at the end, is that they do this thing that they alluded to, but we didn't know what the details were. That is the twist. So she's free for some reason and driving around in a fur coat, and she's suicidal. And she is driving along Virginia Beach, and this guy pulls up to her in a Jeep, chugging liquor and hooting and hollering at her. It's like saying, hey, you want to wet your whistle? And she like flips him off. She takes like a quick turn off that, loses him, pulls into a hotel for some reason. He follows her. And we get a great exchange in the hotel bathroom, women's room. That I think
is it a hotel or a bank?
It's a hotel.
It's a hotel, I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure? I thought it was a bank.
It's a hotel.
It looks like a bank.
It's a... John, this is the last regular episode of the show. Don't ruin it. Okay, so this is...
All right, the hotel.
He's been oddly hooting and hollering at her and following her.
He's been very aggressive.
And so this is a confrontation in the bathroom, and it has my favorite line in it. So we'll talk about that in a second.
Looking for me?
I came in here by mistake. What's with the gun? Anybody can make a mistake.
What do you want from me?
I want to be friends.
You always try to make friends in the ladies' bathroom?
It can't happen.
Right. Take off your pants.
My pants?
Uh-huh. And your socks and your shoes. And now. Or your career's over.
Okay. Okay. And now?
You sure?
What about these?
Throw them in the toilet.
What?
Do it!
My shirt too, I guess.
You got it. Now flush it.
Flush it?
Flush it! Well, so long, friend.
What about my clothes?
Just reach in and fish them out.
There?
Shouldn't be anything new for an asshole like you. You're full of shit yourself.
That's got to sound better in Italian.
The first time I saw this, the way he says, my pants, I just repeated that randomly throughout the day, much to my wife's chagrin. My pants. My pants.
That's true. Why does he go so southern occasionally? He goes very southern occasionally.
Okay, so we have met Peter Hooten, is the actor's name. He was in the original. Yes, he was in the original Inglourious Bastards from 1978. He was in the terrible Jaws ripoff Orca. And I knew him mostly from, if you recall, in the 70s, the surprise hit Incredible Hulk TV show made them think all these Marvel properties could be TV shows. They made a Spider-Man one, and they made a Doctor Strange pilot that never got picked up. This guy is Doctor Strange. Yeah.
Oh,
Peter Hooten. He's from Florida. Which is weird because the first time I saw this and didn't recognize him immediately, I was like, this guy's definitely Italian speaking in English as a second language.
Right?
But nope. It's old Peter Hooten, Doctor Strange.
Wow. Have you seen the Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I did. Not good. I prefer the Jeffrey Combs one, Dr. Mordred or whatever.
Okay.
They originally had the rights in the 90s to make a Doctor Strange movie at like Full Moon or whatever, like Charles Band. And then Marvel yanked him or something like that. So they moved ahead and just changed his name to Dr. Mordred. Very entertaining if you like Jeffrey Combs, who I love. Check it out. Okay, so Ben had a special line here. So visually, you have to imagine that this guy has been undressing. He's wearing like blue Speedos, and that's it at this point. He's just flushed his clothes in the toilet.
Right.
And Melanie has left, and he's leaving through...
The bank.
Not the fucking bank. He's passing through the lobby of the hotel. You made me question it for a minute, John, and I don't appreciate that. It's a goddamn hotel. I know it is. And here's Ben's line, and one of my favorite lines as well.
Hey, bud, what happened to your clothes?
I got molested in the little boy's room.
Why would you bother to respond to that? You're nude in public. Not nude. Wearing your Speedos in public. Why wouldn't you just leave?
I
love the way he indignantly says it too. It's just the delivery's fantastic.
Also, it's fun because like really genuinely like this movie like
hold on, John. Sorry, I have malfunction there. Please continue.
Pants. I just want to hear my pants one more time. Genuinely, he pulls up alongside her. He's kind of catcalling her. You know, like she gets away from him. He follows her. He goes into the women's room on his own in an attempt to catch her. Like he doesn't know basically he's just hunting her down. Like the degree of I'm like, is this an erotic thriller to you, Claudio? Like, is this where you're going with this?
Yes.
It's rough. It's rough in that, like, because especially they're like, I got molested in the boys' room. They're like, yeah, you were going in to physically attack someone. Is basically the impression I'm getting. Like he seems like a rapo from way the fuck off.
Oh yeah.
At this point.
We need to talk about his performance in this film because it is something else. Every line he delivers is bizarre. It's almost like Nick Cage and like Vampire's Kiss level of Berserko. He's bug-eyed. Right. He's profusely sweating through the whole film.
Sweating all the time.
And every line is berserk. So I think we can condense like the middle act of this film because it's pretty repetitive.
Yeah, definitely.
So she goes to the beach and lays out a bunch of drugs on a blanket and pops a bunch of pills, drinks some, barbiturates, drinks some booze. He shows up at the last minute. He had some extra clothes in the Jeep, by the way. Thank God. Right. And then he makes her drink seawater until she pukes up the pills. She passes out. She wakes up in a room. She doesn't know where she is. And she is his captive.
Wait. I would like to point out first his method of getting the pills out of her.
Yeah.
I feel it was wrong of you to just go over that. So what he does, he basically catches her like attempting to kill herself with all these pills and with the gun too, just in case. And he pulls her, because she's on the beach, into the ocean. He's like, I'm going to make you drink seawater, and then you'll throw it up. So then he drowns her, like he's like forcing her head underwater repeatedly.
Like a big brother.
And whenever she tries to get free, like he like forces her down again.
Yep.
and then he like pulls her onto the beach, and his Heimlich maneuver is to get behind her ass and to kind of like thrust his pelvis into it while he's like kind of like jabbing his hands into her stomach.
That was Claudio's direction.
It's bad technique. It's bad technique.
That's how I met my first 3 wives, John. So you go to hell.
Is that a thing? Seawater makes you throw up? I don't think I've ever heard that myth.
I have heard that drinking seawater makes you sick. I didn't know it made you actually vomit.
Maybe there's an
You grew
Italian
up at the beach, not us, so we'll defer.
Like, you know, the rhyme of the ancient mariner. Water, water everywhere. Not a drop to drink.
And then you drink it, and then you throw up.
Then you throw up your pills. So it's kind of a
all
cautionary
right.
tale.
I just wanted to point out that this, as a saving gesture goes, it lacks. I mean, it's like as far as heroic gestures go, it's a rough one.
Yes, I agree with that. She wakes up and believes she's locked in a room. And yes.
Well, because he tells her that.
Wasn't there something in between too, where like there is a creepo in a bar or something?
Yeah.
Was there another?
Yeah.
Was that before or after? I lost track.
You were right. I'm sorry. Before. Wow. Thank you. Yes, and this is a cheat. This kind of pissed me off. So we see a bar, and it is clearly the same person that made that phone call to Melanie, who is her ex-husband. Right. The same goddamn jacket, same hair, slicked back, greased back, whatever. Talking to this floozy. No, sorry. We're not slut shaming anymore, are we? Talking to this inebriated woman in the bar.
With feathers in her hair.
With feathers in her hair. And
and really, a dress cut down to there.
Really bad, really bad Southern accent. Like Rushmore play, like one of Max's productions at Rushmore. Can we play her little thing about how it's dangerous to be talking to this man, but her mama always said, stay away from men. Like it's.
Oh, please.
It's like waiting for Guffman.
So weird.
Like level back.
It's totally. It's like been a little bit of like Tennessee Williams in there. There's definitely some Tennessee Williams in there.
You want me to go with you? Where? I wasn't born yesterday. If a stranger asks for something, there's a rat hidden somewhere. That's what my mama always used to say. But seeing as I could never stand the sight of the old lady, I'll come out with you and risk the unknown. To hell with the old bitch. Here's to the unknown.
Yeah, definitely. I think definitely there's more of a Tennessee Williams vibe on that one. Really, she's gonna start talking about a glass menagerie any second now.
Yeah, like a cat on a hot tin roof.
Yeah, exactly.
I did not notice this the first time, but it's all I could hear this time is the repetitive music in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it like the beginning of like a Cars song?
Totally, it felt like that. And like as I was listening to it this time, Ben, I noticed it more this time as well. It felt like it was like the soundtrack from the film Drive, just kind of like playing on the jukebox back there. Which I love that soundtrack, by the way. One of my favorite modern crime films.
It's amazing.
So she goes home with this cat.
She makes a huge mistake and goes home with this cat, and should have listened to her mama for sure on this occasion.
Let's talk about what home is to this guy. Or I guess it's not home, it's his workspace. And she is a future work.
It's his studio. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. There's some spectacularly bad art, paintings, murals on the walls.
And then right before they come in, we pan past the mask.
And the glove.
And the glove. Right. Yeah. So we know this guy, whoever he is, which we've been led to believe by his physicality, is her ex-husband.
Right.
Brings this lady home, and do we want to hear about their gross sexy talk, or?
I'm not sure I can do that right now.
Yeah.
I ate earlier.
I would like to say that like So basically, it is kind of what people would think it was. Like he sort of brings her into this house, and then slowly he reveals that, like, you know, he's going to do her in, as you would expect.
But there's like some like big bad wolf, like sexy time.
Yeah.
So first she asks who he is, and he says he's Santa Claus. Because remember, this is Christmas time, guys. This is a Christmas movie.
Right.
And then the sexy time, big bad wolf. Oh, what big, whatever you have. What a big schlong you have, she fucking says.
Yeah.
And then
it is an erotic thriller, Matt. Thank you.
Then does she put on his glove and mask?
No.
This is the one part of the movie.
I was confused by this.
This was honestly.
Are you sure she did not put on the glove?
No, she did not. She did not. This is the part of the movie where it genuinely surprises me. It does something I did not see coming.
So, do you want to talk about it?
So basically, he has this back and forth kind of, oh, grandma, what big eyes you have. And it builds very awkwardly to him, like, well, I'm going to, kill you now.
Can I interject real quick? Because the awkwardness is brilliant. To where she's like doing it, and then she kind of trails off and starts rubbing his crotch. And he's like, keep going. Like he's really mad she's not doing the whole story. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're right. He gets super pissed because she doesn't do the story right. It doesn't end that way. No spoilers. And so he dunks her face into a vat of, I guess, wax.
I think it's supposed to be latex, but it's clearly wax.
It seems like wax, like, something like you would use like for a pedicure or something like that. Like, and then he like covers her in wax. And once she's dead, once he's punched a hole through her chest, he like lays her out and he like covers her in wax. And then he puts the same like monster glove on her and the same monster mask on her as he is currently wearing.
Oh, that's when it gets put on. Okay.
Yeah.
Because so basically there's apparently more than one monster mask and monster hand.
There's a jump.
And then he starts making out with her. Like at that moment. And
mask to mask.
Mask to mask. Like one of the most specific fetishes that has ever been filmed, as far as I can tell.
So here's my note for here. It says, girl in wax seems genuinely scared. Like she's saying her lines and she can barely like get them out from the wax filling her mouth.
Yeah,
she seemed like she was actually freaked out. And then I said, he's aroused when she's covered in wax and wearing his mask. The fuck?
And that was pretty much my reaction, was like, what the hot fuck is this? Like, but it's really, I mean, that's really what this movie's been waiting for, is to genuinely surprise me in this way. And so I appreciated it, because in no way, shape, or form did I see that moment coming.
Yeah, me neither.
Like,
Fair
at
enough.
all.
Touche, Claudio.
Can I just say, like, one thing, and this is a very minor point, but they're always talking about the fact that the victims are raped and then murdered. But very obviously, they had their chests punched out before he could get to anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
the two killing MOs do not line up at all in the blended footage. And I wonder if this killing scene was a Bruno insertion.
I'm assuming so, just because it doesn't have any logical steps in terms of like what we've seen for the rest of the way.
Yeah, I didn't realize that till just now. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird because.
It's not like, the coroner is obviously a bad coroner because all the police are bad police. But, like, it's still kind of like, sir, I don't think he raped her before he punched her chest out. And I think the body might show some signs of that.
But how many gallons of seminal fluid were there?
How many gallons? How many large volumes of seminal fluid are there?
So then we go back to the hotel room, which we don't know it's a hotel room, I don't think, at this point. But it feels like it was written like a play, right? Just two characters, one room, the psychological back and forth between this guy and this woman. He's breaking her down psychologically and sexually.
But he also shows up drunk with KFC at one point.
Oh. Yeah. Which
was super fun.
Yes. Yes. So the first time she wakes up in the hotel room after the suicide attempt, she's confused as to where she is. And I think she even tries the door, and then he returns with some KFC. And here we go. I love this line.
The door was open. Had your sweater and dress cleaned. Fried chicken and French fries.
Just having fun with the line read.
Just loving it. I wonder if he had like normal readings, and this is just the bits that the director is, pulling. Like, did he have a normal delivery, and then the director's like, "No, do it again."
I don't remember him being a complete psychopath in the Doctor Strange pilot, so I think that he did some normal reads, and then Claudio's like, bigger.
It's the bigger signs. We dubbing you later.
God. So she attempts suicide, but he's taken the rounds out of her revolver. Again, it's this whole kind of cat and mouse psychological breakdown, breaking her down. And there's a reason behind this. We find out later, but we're led to believe that he is the killer, and he's toying with her for some reason. Is kind of what the path.
Yeah, that's definitely the impression we're being given.
For sure. And then there's a lot of mocking that she can't kill her. Like, she doesn't have the balls to kill herself.
Right.
Yeah. Do we want to hear one? No, John, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Let's hear the clip.
Got a couple here. We have one where he's listing her pills she was playing with, and then we got the one where it's I think the one Ben was kind of talking about.
It's a free country. Anybody who wants to kill themselves has the right to. Why you shoot yourself, try to. I'm gonna eat. Nothing does it to me like fried chicken. Takes balls to kill yourself. And the only person with those around here in the right place is yours truly.
Tour de force.
Honestly, like the the problem is he does his job too well here. Like, he comes across so creepy. Even by the end of the movie, I'm still not okay with him.
Yeah.
Not to get spoilers, but I'll be honest, he lays the foundation of rapey creepo so well.
Right.
And one that sweats constantly when he's eating his fried chicken. I mean, honestly, he could have saved a factory full of kittens at the end. Yes. And I still would have said, I don't like this guy. This guy's not okay.
Yes, when the lights come up and all is seen for what it is, he's still not okay.
He's still not okay. He's still a creepy guy.
What's weird there is right after that, doesn't she, or he suddenly has all the control over her. Like, she suddenly this switch is flipped, and
right. He traumatizes her again.
Or does that happen? As you said, it was very repetitive through this point. So I lost track.
So what happens after this is he says, I'm going out to blow off steam, and I'm locking you in. Then we get another murder at an aquarium of the mass killer punching through a woman.
The sexy lady scientist.
Another reporter.
Sexy lady scientist.
And then he returns. And then, Ben, we see that scene where she's really broken down, where he ties her up he cuts his t-shirt up into strips, ties her to the bedposts, and psychologically breaks her down by, making her beg for things. Can we play that
lipstick
actually?
is written that says kill you, kill me on the mirror.
You kill me, kill you, or something like that. Yeah. Or you kill me, kill you. Yeah. So she has the makeup gun was set to whore on her. She's just, and she's like, I made myself up for you. She's definitely breaking.
And honestly, it looks like an 8-year-old got into her mom's makeup cabinet.
Totally.
That.
Totally. Yeah. So here's where she's broken psychologically.
Untie me.
Pretty please.
Untie me, you asshole.
Now,
Untie me, you asshole.
untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Untie me, you asshole. Un
Is that any way to talk?
Okay. Will you untie me, please?
Pretty please. Would you untie me? Pretty please.
Fuck you!
No cussing.
Once again, like I'm kind of like this is. I feel like, you know, if there's any listeners who are wondering, is this what I should do for my friend with PTSD? I'd like to point out, no, don't do any of this. If honestly, like in terms of bad psychology, this movie is up there with Marnie. You know what I mean? Like it's like,
yeah.
Actually, I wonder if like Marnie was somehow influencing him when he was like making this.
That's a fair question. I know that you're in the medical field, so I wanted to ask you if this upcoming clip was a HIPAA violation in any way. The press is talking to the doctor, and in your professional opinion, is this crossing the HIPAA line?
In my professional opinion, like he should have physically burst into flame according to the HIPAA like laws. Like
okay, let's hear.
How do we get in touch with Dr. Willow? Where's Dr. Willow? Dr. Willow!
Dr. Willow, can you make some kind of statement for us, sir?
Melanie Beck is living in a state of dissociative schizophrenia, triggered by the trauma of the experience she was forced to undergo. The poor woman went through the most traumatic ordeal a human being can experience. A clinical examination of the patient revealed an inordinate amount of seminal fluid. The pure evil of the violence that was put upon her has unhinged her mind. The patient now has a very fragile grip on reality.
Hasn't Mrs. Beck made various suicide attempts?
Yes. She swallowed a whole bottle of barbiturates, and we saved her only by pure chance.
Why would she want to kill herself?
To punish herself. To expiate the sense of guilt that was tormenting her. You see, in those 8 hours, the assailant vented all his sadistic rage on her. At first, she resisted him, but by the end, she was completely passive. In the end, she accepted it.
Accepted it?
The survival instinct. And paradoxically, that's why she wants to commit suicide. To punish that part of her that passively gave in to the onslaughts of the maniac.
There are those who believe that the maniac has kidnapped Mrs. Beck and that she's in grave danger.
I sincerely hope not. When I saw Melanie the day before yesterday, she was still in a confused state. She might not recognize him immediately.
And what would the consequences be?
The man is an extremely dangerous psychopath. He most likely would put her through the same ordeal. The shock, paradoxically, would bring her back to her senses. But the moment she recognized him, he would kill her.
Honestly, like, according to the HIPAA violation, or like the HIPAA law, someone should have just walked up behind the doctor and just put a bullet in his brain. Like in the middle of that conversation. Like, it would require, I feel like, corporal punishment for that. For that particular display.
Those journalists, that one in particular reminded me of like those high school like journalists like
yes.
like after school like their my first journalist program or something.
Right. Yeah, it's on it because they have the raincoats, right?
Yeah,
they always got a raincoat and a mic, and usually a kind of hat. Usually there's a hat in there.
Yeah, and the Australian sheriff look was so hot right then.
Exactly. Crocodile Dundee was not that far away at that point.
Correct.
We cut back to hell at this point?
Yes. So actually, I jumped the gun there. The making herself pretty and the broken thing, that happens next. So after he broke her down with that whole untie me please, no cussing speech. And now she's...
Physical assault. Let's not forget the physical assault.
Yes. Sorry.
But right before that, I think this is where it is. There's one of the creepiest, weirdest comments in the entire thing, which comes from the hotel proprietor.
The concierge of the motel.
He is like hanging out outside his office at the motel. And as the kidnapper walks in, I don't know why he says this, but he says, "I bet your girlfriend has one hell of a hangover."
Yeah.
Like, what is he noticed that he's saying that?
Can I tell you what 3 or 4 viewings has given me? I think he saw Axel carrying her in from the beach when she attempted suicide, and she was obviously completely out of it.
I pictured this being like days later, so maybe I've had like timelines all wrong or something.
I think you're right.
Okay.
Like,
so I pictured him like hearing days of like physical and emotional abuse, and like that's his response.
I think time is a little fast and loose in this film, and that he was just saying like your woman was fucked up.
Okay, that's a little better. Still not great, but
yeah, it's still pretty rough. Not as rough as the other one.
Yeah. So she shoots the mirror, right? And that brings this concierge we have to talk about, though, because he's a pasty little rat-faced, four-eyed, comb-over.
I would like to point out, very affordable. He is very affordable.
So let's play that clip, and then we can talk about his affordability.
What was that noise? A gunshot?
We broke the mirror. Hope you're not superstitious.
Listen, I don't want any funny business, or I call the police. Is that clear?
Don't worry. Won't be any more disturbances.
Hope not. For your sake, Bud. And your girlfriend's.
So what happened right there was the point that helped him convince the small rat-faced man to turn around was he put a single dollar bill into the right side of the lens of his glasses. You can see it. It is a single dollar bill, not even 2, just folded up into 4 and shoved into his glasses.
But do you know what $1 was in 1990? That was like $2 now.
Let's go.
2-minute break?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Well, there they go. Off to get their drinks, just leaving me behind. Just lonesome old John Morgan, just hanging out, looking at their empty chairs. Oh, Ben's got some nice wallpaper. Where's that a map? Yes, it looks like a map. I think I see China there. And somehow, Matt set his camera to blurring. Maybe he smeared some Vaseline across the lens. I do not know.
All right, folks. From here on out, we're going to be talking about the ending and spoiling what goes on. So if you have any interest in being surprised by the end of this mystery, I would stop it here, go check it out on YouTube, and finish this episode up after you've watched that. All right, guys. So we now have Axel and a mentally broken Melanie in the hotel room. And
we don't know it's Axel yet at that moment.
We don't. We don't know he's Axel until the end, actually. I think I referred to him as Axel earlier, which I probably shouldn't have.
Do we even know who Axel is earlier, though?
No.
Not really.
Yeah.
They never use his name.
They just talk about him as the ex-husband at the beginning. They never say the word Axel, ever.
They allude, yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about a couple things before we talk about that. So what happens is the rat-faced guy has got a good look at Melanie now, and the paper has published a surprisingly detailed sketch of her with full-on big 80s feathered hair, and it's very, very accurate. And he realizes that's her, calls the cops. At this point, things converge.
There's something just before that, right? Because the doctor and the detective it cuts to them talking about a plan to get her kidnapped. Am I making this up?
Well, I know
they are alluding to the actual what we've witnessed. This was Plan A that they said was too out there, too dangerous, too whatever. We find out the surprise is that's what they actually did.
Right.
So the contrivance of what if we recreate her trauma in a semi-safe space? Maybe we can jog her memory and she will recall who she is and what happened.
Right.
Am I correct here?
Yes, but there's also
there's like a pre-conversation to the total reveal, I think.
But I think you might be right, Ben.
And then we also get a moment where the daughter and the guardian best friend guy are watching like the doctor give a live press conference.
That's an important plot point, actually.
How they should give up, like telling the guy to give up. He made a fatal mistake.
Right. So the doctor and the detective are doing a live TV thing, right? And like you're saying, and saying, whoever her abductor is, this is your chance.
Yeah, this is your one last chance. You give it up. Bring her back. We know what you've done. We're on to you.
So
and
how
then
does
the
this...
motel manager sees the artist rendering.
Oh, so how does that fit into? Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, like I was thinking of the conversation.
No, you didn't. You're right. I'm just trying to figure.
The hotel manager sees it. I thought it was like the family saw it, like the neighborhood friends.
Yes.
Because we have that conversation where like they're talking about the fact that the husband had seen the killer, had been the only person who saw the killer.
Can I play a clip that bridges what we're talking about? Because I think it's going to jog our memories. This is just called New Reporter. I believe she was the most annoying and most garishly dressed one. Let's see.
The police are now convinced that Melanie Beck has been abducted by the homicidal maniac who only yesterday raped his sixth victim with atrocious brutality.
Okay, that doesn't help anything. Okay, so I have when the police show up at the motel, which I just like because it's, I love the concierge.
Where are they?
They only sent one cop to take care of that maniac.
Hey, I can handle him. Just give me that duplicate key.
It's room 70. Here. Wasn't there a reward?
You want a reward? I'll give you 10 seconds to get the fuck out of here. I'll rearrange that rat face of yours. You understand?
Sure, right. Anything you say. Get out of here.
Okay, that didn't help either.
So, I have to point out, they did not send one cop. 2 cops were actually sent. And then the detective gets out of the car and sends away the other cop and the car.
Yes.
So the detective is now at the motel without a car and without backup.
Maybe that means that he did know that Plan A actually did happen.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Man, I don't know. But we have to get to the big reveal. So, Sherman and I got her name wrong, Annie, see this press report thing and are talking about the daughter Clarissa. She's been with them the whole time because obviously her mom is an amnesiac and missing.
Right.
So the mom, it is revealed, is sorry, not the mom. Jesus, she got to me. Annie is clearly unhinged. She starts referring to Melanie as a slut and a whore. She has noticed how Sherman has been eyeing her.
Yes.
And she refers to, Clarissa's our daughter. Yeah, she's a bitch in heat. And she's not she doesn't deserve our daughter. And her husband says she's not our daughter. She is Melanie's daughter. I have a clip from around that scene where we realize things aren't quite so good at the neighbor's house either.
Sherman, what are you doing?
Going out.
With a gun?
That crazy bastard who cut my face up, he's out there roaming around somewhere. Now he's got our friend Melanie and he's holding her hostage.
But why do you have to go? Isn't what he did to you already enough?
Annie, I told you. I'm the only one who's seen his face. I'm the only one who can possibly identify him. Now, I did just like you said. I haven't told the police anything.
Okay. We'll tell the police. But leave the gun at home, Sherman.
No, someone's got to stop that crazy bastard. Annie, take it from me. The police are groping in the dark. Now, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to find that murdering bastard, and I'm going to plug him one right between the eyes. Annie, I'm going.
I'm not letting you go at this door. What about me? What about our daughter?
Our daughter? She's not our daughter. She's Melanie Beck's daughter, remember?
You know what I think? You want to know what I think?
Oh, don't start this again.
I think the maniac should slit her throat from ear to ear. She's not worthy of our daughter, Clarissa. She's a tramp. She's been laid by everything in a 50-mile radius. Including you, Sherman.
Annie, that's enough. You're out of your mind.
You didn't think that I didn't used to watch you. Your eyes bugged out of your head as she lay there. Nude, practically nude Sunday.
Dream on.
She attracted that man to her house like a bitch in heat.
I want my mommy. I want my mommy.
Man, that scene drags the fuck on.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize I put the whole.
So just to remind us, this is a Christmas movie. The daughter is showing up in a season's squeezings.
Season's squeezings?
Which is absolutely inappropriate.
And it's got like
movie.
2 hugging animals on it. Yeah.
Well, this was the era of the cute bear, right? The Holly Hobby cute bear horse shit. Right.
Oh yeah.
So at this point, the bug-eyed captor has fled with Melanie, and he's making a phone call to the authorities. This has. Can you guys tell me what the end of this clip is? He's saying. I can't understand what he's saying, but I love his line read here.
No way. That's completely out of the question.
Look, you're the ones who started all this. This time the ball's in my court.
Hey, listen here, motherfucker. If you don't let her go right now, I'm gonna make you wish you were never born, man.
Your neck hurt?
What does he say? Your neck hurt?
The French d'accord.
I know. The ball's in my core.
Yeah, I have no idea.
You know what he was saying either? Your neck hurt?
That's what it sounds like, but that can't be right.
No, makes no sense.
No. I bet it can. Because he hit him in the back of the head in the motel.
Oh, snap. He did.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that scene, sorry.
Yeah, so which is also fucking misleading as shit considering what we eventually find out. But yeah, he kicks in the door, he walks around, and then sweaty guy like knocks him out.
Okay. I guess I forgot that part.
So it is does your neck hurt? That's totally what it is.
Yeah, probably.
By the way, right after that, the detective lets out the most satisfying fuck I think I've ever heard. It is very resounding, satisfying.
I intended to keep that in there. I'm sorry. That was my mistake.
We'll forgive you on this penultimate edition.
Okay. So full disclosure here, we're doing full spoilers, and I don't have any more clips because I wanted to talk about this more than I wanted to listen to it.
All right, makes sense. And let's try to explain to people what the spoiler is.
Okay. Me?
Yeah, go for it.
The reveal here is that the sexy, murdering, psycho, mask-wearing, glove-wearing, punch-through-torsoing guy is Sherman, the family friend who was ogling Melanie. So he is the killer, and he is the person that raped her repeatedly.
And the owner of inordinate amounts of seminal fluid, apparently.
apparently he's got, yes, balls like, yes, tankers. So it is revealed to us that the man that has been keeping Melanie captive and mentally breaking her down is her ex-husband, or her current, not even her ex, her estranged or separated husband, Axel.
Right.
He is a cop who has a drinking problem, and we've seen him drink throughout this whole thing, actually. When he first pulls up in the Jeep, he's drinking a pint of liquor out of a thing when he says, wet your whistle. When he comes back from blowing off steam, which we're cheated to believe is him killing a woman at the aquarium, was actually him just going out and getting drunk. He comes back, he's drinking outside the motel room, and then he drops the bottle when he hears the gunshot, when she shoots the mirror. So it actually all kind of makes sense. The plan was, she doesn't know who you are because she doesn't know anything. So why don't you kidnap her, because you're her intimate partner, and kind of recreate the trauma of her being attacked, and maybe this will resolve the amnesia.
Yeah.
And John tells me definitely do this if this happens to any of my friends with PTSD.
100% do not do this with a PTSD person.
So you're saying do this?
Wait, do or don't?
Do not.
Do.
Just to say, this is the absolute worst psychological idea you could do for someone who has PTSD.
Okay.
Is force them to relive it again and again and again. This is not going to be great for healing.
I just thought you were a nurse. I didn't know you were a psychologist. Sorry, I misread your.
Just saying.
I mean, I had my booker do the pre-interview with you, went through your background, your resume.
No,
didn't come up.
I'm not a psych nurse.
Okay. So the inevitable showdown shows up that Sherman comes back, calls again the way he did before.
Right.
Melanie's
basically relive the whole intro, or not intro scene, but the whole first kind of lock yourself in to her, Melanie locking herself in scene.
Right. One of the things I didn't mention by not playing a clip earlier was that when Sherman claims to have saved her from the attacker, he has a big cut on his face, and he says that the rapist slashed his face open. We come to find out that actually that was Melanie. He revealed himself to her before she blacked out and lost her consciousness, and was going to murder her so she couldn't turn him in, and then said, you know what, I'm going to let you kill yourself. And he gives her a switchblade, and she pretends like she's turning it on herself and going to stab herself in the heart, and then she slashes his face.
Right.
He starts to run away, and then she actually pursues him, and he falls down the stairs, and he escapes, and she blacks out or whatever. And she has the brilliant idea of, okay, so he's going to murder me because I remember who he is now. And she pretends to be attracted to him and say, I missed you. I just want to be with you one more time. I miss your touch, the whole kind of thing. And he falls for it. In the meantime, she reaches into his pocket, pulls out a switchblade, and stabs him in the balls.
Yes.
I think we should also point out another area we were misled this whole time. It's the same switchblade that Axel has the entire time that he's playing with in the hotel room as well.
That is correct, yeah.
Conveniently, yes. Yes. Can I talk a little bit about Sherman?
Yeah, please.
One thing that both my wife and I noted watching this was, she was the first one pointed out, was how disturbing it is that all of his teeth appear to be filed down so they're all completely even. Like he doesn't have incisors that go below, like they're all just flat.
Yeah,
Did you notice that? His mouth is creepy as fuck.
It makes him look like he has many more teeth than he should.
Yes, he looks like a shark.
Yeah, exactly.
With veneers on.
Because when he kind of grimaces, I kept thinking like, man, that seems like a lot of teeth. Yeah. Well, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, definitely. I know what you mean. Yeah, there's something about his teeth which definitely was off-putting.
Yeah, it's like he had his teeth removed and put dentures in, and they're all perfectly even length, which is really disturbing to me. So he stabs, she stabs him. He falls back, horrified that his, wound-inflicting genitalia have been damaged. Pulls his gun out to shoot her. Axel flies through the glass door in a forward somersault and shoots him several times, and he's dead.
Right.
And then we have the denouement, which is that Axel and Melanie are going to work it out. Clarissa's back home. The family is reunited, and everything is going to be fine. But Ben, tell me about the little stinger here at the end.
And this
Christmas,
is all coming back to it being
Christmas stinger.
Yes. So the daughter's in bed with them, I believe, and she says, "Can I go to my room?" And they say, "Yes, of course." And she goes off, and they start talking about what the impact of this whole thing on their daughter is going to be. So she's not going to her room. She sneaks down and gets a present from under the tree, goes back up to her room, opens it up, and what is it but the mask and the glove? And not only does she notice these, she puts them on and then begins to threaten her mom in a creepy voice.
In Sherman's voice.
In
His
Sherman's
sexy
voice.
voice.
Yes.
Problem. She refers to her mom as Mrs. Beck. How does she know how Sherman talked to her mom? She's approximating his voice. She's using the same nomenclature. I'm confused.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean,
is it the mask that does this?
Are they hinting at some kind of a supernatural thing, or is it just a John, go, sorry.
No, it's just I was thinking she was living at his house for a while there. For all I know, he was, psychologically damaging her, or, in some way, shape, or form.
Or what else? What are you insinuating?
Or inducting
fiddler?
her. No, nothing like that. But maybe in some way, shape, or form, kind of like in a cult figure-like thing, making her the next killer.
Okay. Like when they tried to make a new Jason and nobody liked it, so they just revived Jason again.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay. I thought that was weird that she even knew to call her Mrs. Beck. I didn't like your lunch today, Mrs. Beck. I don't like bologna sandwiches.
Or it's magical. I mean, the fact of the matter is he was able to do the 5-finger death punch, which is never truly explained.
Right. Because this is not actually part of the movie, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But it's still, it's throughout the entire movie that he's able to do this.
Anything we missed, guys, that you wanted to address? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I'm trying to think of I think we addressed most of it. I just the absolute horribleness of everyone. Really, the incompetency of everyone in this thing is just mind-blowing to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I was saying, the daughter appears to be about 11 or 12, and mentally she's 6 or 7. That's kind of the case with everybody. Everybody's kicked in the head by a mule, kind of stupid.
Yeah, no, totally. That's exactly right. Yeah. Maybe everyone had in some way, shape, or form some sort of traumatic brain injury. And then that's what all the whole movie is based on.
My parents.
And then the doctor just kind of wildly does shit and then tells everyone about it.
There's a lot of exposition as well. I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
We didn't play the clip. I think that was the first scene of the detective and the doctor walking down the hallway, where it is just exposition theater, just dumping.
Yeah.
That's
huge
kind of
amount
the doctor's role. He's almost the narrator through this thing. I mean,
yeah.
Every time he talks, it's like a 3-minute dump of exposition.
Yeah, and just Claudio was like, well, just put in schizo affective there. That means something.
Yeah, right. I've heard those words before. I'm sure that's what. And also, what was it? I thought it was weird that the doctor was the one who did the threatening to the villain, where he's like, "We know all about you. We're gonna come get you." And I was like, what the fuck kind of doctor is this? And he's like, is he some sort of vigilante doctor that like I didn't know existed?
Well, that's why I was saying he was kind of like an analog to Dr. Loomis in Halloween, where like, you know, Dr. Loomis treated Michael Myers and then he becomes completely obsessed with him for the remainder of his life and hunts him and tries to rein him in and stop this evil. It's almost like they were just kind of just going with an archetype, like, and then there's that, you know, determined doctor type. This guy has a beard. He's bald too.
The determined psychiatrist who just follows around former patients.
Yeah.
And tries to kill them.
So I guess my big question is, I asked this a few minutes ago, but like, so at what point during that press conference, when they're saying, if you have her, bring her back and we will promise you're safe, you know, prosecution or whatever, did they not know at that point? Like that scene is like the crux of a lot of these plot points, and I'm not quite sure if there's something I'm not reading.
I mean, it's honestly pretty confusing because supposedly they know who the person is. I mean, according to what was revealed later, is that they know the husband has her.
Yeah.
I assumed they were trying to bring out of hiding the guy that they knew wasn't the person with her, because he would freak out that the killer had her and he's the killer. He's this person who, how dare someone have his Melanie back?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's actually a really good take on that.
That's actually that's a pretty reasonable take, actually.
Okay, good call, Ben.
And also a good call to use her whole name, because everyone always uses her full name.
Mrs. Beck.
It was Mrs.
Melanie Beck.
Melanie Beck.
Melanie.
Her boob pep talk, she calls herself Melanie Beck.
Yeah, she's right. Which is very formal of her to be addressing herself in that
very
manner.
Trumpian. Third person.
While she's feeling herself up. She should at least be on a first name basis, I feel like, at that point.
Agreed. I think we can move into final judgment here. I think we've got there. John?
This has been a hard one, I have to say. I'm going to have to go trash on this one.
Because?
Genuinely, I think I just got heaved out by the constant rape plot point. It's like this thread of rape plot point truly was off-putting to me, because it just did not stop.
That's totally fair. Just bear in mind that you will need to offer up an antidote for us when we come back around the horn. So,
all right, sounds good.
It has to be at least as rapey, though.
No, it doesn't. It can be related or unrelated. It can be free or not. There's bonus points if it's related and free, but it doesn't need to be.
All right.
So I have a couple comments before I go right into it, which is, one, I've now done 2 of these shows with you, Matt, and both of them have had nudity within the first couple minutes. So I'm wondering if that's saying something about me, that you're like, hey, if I'm gonna have Ben on, I really
you made it about you. Wow, that's fabulous.
If I want Ben to pay attention to this, I better throw some bits out there.
Ben, I love you. You're a sweetheart. This is not about you. This is about genre and exploitation films.
Oh, then I'm in.
So if you want people's asses in the seats, you're gonna show some titties in the first reel. That's just the way it goes.
Just the way it is. Okay. Another point is this entire movie felt like the intro killing scene to a Matlock episode.
Mm-hmm.
I kept waiting for Ben Matlock to show up and like the do noise, like music, and like him to like show up and be like investigating the crime.
So are you talking about the like aesthetics, like the look and feel, like the?
That was part of it, and then just like the acting level. I mean, like everything was very Matlocky to me.
I think Andy Griffith deserves more respect than that comment.
I agree with you, John, but I also agree with you, Ben. It felt like a really fucking sleazy TV movie. Like, if you took out the titties and the torso punches, this could have been a gross, tasteless TV movie. Like the production quality, like it felt a step below B.
So with all that being said,
yes,
and taking into account the skeeviness, rapiness that was going on through the whole thing, there were so many parts that just had me laughing. I think it's cool. I go cool. It just the amount of notes I took on clips that I would want to listen to again. Yeah, I go cool.
Okay. I'm with you, Ben. I give this a cool because I was never bored at any point. I don't know when my tap out time was. I don't remember like seeing like how much was left. And like I said earlier, they had me from, you know, a couple of those first scenes, like the director and the dance scene, and then the fried chicken and French fries. I was like, this is clearly something else. This is from outer space. This is special. So I was in, and Peter Hooten's bug-eyed portrayal of Axel and his every single line read was weird to me. So I was not bored. So for me, my baseline is, would I recommend this to a friend? Like, sit down with a couple beers and watch this. You will not be bored. If so, it's cool. This is definitely cool for me. I would recommend this.
I would even say, like, this to me is the perfect thing. Like, if you have like a fever, you're home with a stomach flu, and you need to sit on the couch and watch something like in a fever dream. This would build perfect.
And make it much worse.
Yes, because it's already fevered. Yeah. I remember when I was a kid and I had the flu, like I was very ill with the flu. My mom just picked up a couple movies, not knowing anything about, you know, what I really want to see. And she brought home Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension, which is already kind of a pulpy B-movie fever dream. And that was one of the weirdest movie watching experiences I've ever had in my life. It kind of warped me a little bit, but I agree with you. And I also agree with John, though, that I do have reservations. The rapey sleaziness is kind of a negative, you know, a check in the negative column. But in the long run, what came out of it is so bizarre. I loved it. So, John, we just need an antidote.
I'm going to go with a very simple antidote. I think because we've been throwing around the term giallo a great deal during this episode, a good one to watch if you've never seen one is Deep Red or Profondo Rosso. I mean, that's a classic. It's classic for a reason. It also, what do you call it? Visuals are more important to plot than plot is to it. But the
Which
visuals
I feel
are
is
amazing.
common, right, in the genre?
Yeah, definitely in the genre. And that's something definitely this one is missing a great deal of.
Yeah.
But lots of murder, lots of, sort of fake blood going everywhere, and definitely worth everybody's time.
I totally second that. I saw that in the theater a couple of years ago. I think I was talking to you online about that a little bit, but that's also being performed at our Hollywood theater here with the composer is doing the score live or something like that. So I wish I could see that, but it sold out in like 30 minutes. To piggyback on yours, I don't need an antidote because I think it's cool. But if you're interested at all in giallo, Deep Red or Profondo Rosso, whatever. I would also check out what is considered like the first like milestone in giallo, which is the one I mentioned earlier, Blood and Black Lace, which was directed by Mario Bava from 1964. It's got that pre-Argento, really strong sense of color, like gels and just really dramatic kind of, pop art kind of color thing going on. And that's available on Amazon and on Tubi for free. So if you, I often talk about my love of Tubi TV. You can watch it for free on there. So another good giallo. Cool, guys. Thanks for suffering through this with me. I hope it wasn't too painful.
It's always a pleasure, at least to hang out with you.
All right. Well, I would normally say I hope to talk to you guys on the show again soon, but that's not going to happen because we have the big 100th episode finale episode coming up soon, and then I'm retired. So I appreciate you guys. Sorry?
What's going to be the 100th episode?
Oh, you would love to know, wouldn't you? It's going to be a little bit of a surprise.
All right.
No, it'll be a surprise. So that should be coming up in a month or so. I'm not too worried about getting that out. So, John, thank you for being on. I've loved having you on the show so many times, and when you come up for the comic show and stuff like that, that's when we first met each other and got to hang out. And I feel like we've gotten to know each other so much better through the show. And I love you. I think you're a great guy, and I appreciate you being on the show so many times. It's been a blast having you on.
I have an absolute fantastic time every time I show up to this thing, so I'm always glad to do it, regardless of the quality of the movies. I
love that you're willing to slum with me.
You are the only person I will slum for, honestly. But I got to say, I hope you don't stop podcasting entirely, because I definitely think you do it very well.
I've been approached about some ideas. I'm entertaining stuff. I've also got a couple ideas, irons in the fire. I'm going to take a break for sure for probably 6 months. If I come back, I will do something probably totally different. But yeah, I'm going to take a break. I think that one of the ideas that I have, I think you would like to be on because it's more up your natural alley. A friend has proposed with the literal opposite of what this show is. So more of like this, but what if we just watched Criterion films or just did an auteur show and just looked at good filmmakers and talked about their themes and leitmotifs and whatever. So you'd probably want to be on that one more than this one.
I'll be on anyone I'll be on anyone I'm invited to. But that does sound more my game.
Yeah, so I appreciate it. And tell your brother thanks for being on that episode as well. It was nice to have him on.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad we got to do that. That was a lot of fun for me.
Yeah. And Ben, I know you're not the biggest movie guy. Thank you for...
I'm honestly bummed I did not start joining earlier because this was a lot of fun. Both of these, especially with John. John was a blast to get to know over these several hours I've been on the phone with him. So.
Yes.
Yeah, as I say, I had a great time getting to know you, Ben.
But I do appreciate you, Ben, rolling up your pants and wading in the mud a little bit with us here. And you took to it really quickly, if I may say.
Well, you gave me some, I think, slow pitches. Is that how they say that?
Yes. Is that what they call it? Yeah. Just slow pitches over the plate.
Yeah.
I like you. Hell, I love you. Who am I kidding? All right, guys. Well, I appreciate your time, and thanks for doing this again. I'll talk to you soon in some form or another, hopefully.
Yeah.
All right.
Congratulations.
Have a good night, guys.
I look forward to number 100.
Thank you. All right. Well, for That's Cool, That's Trash, I'm Matt Howell, and you have been...
John Morgan.
And Ben McClure.
You folks out there, stay trashy.
That's cool. That's trash.
It's garbage, folks.
Well, didn't get it. The conversation was too short.